Me too.
Same. Well, I finished it like the day before, but I completely forgot everything.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the live show for River of Teeth by Sarah Gailey. This is the Genre Soup Book Club, if you randomly clicked on this for some reason. But yes, we could do introductions first. So this is me. I'm Melody. You're on my channel right now, Strawberry Lemon Books. And yeah, oh my gosh. Hi.
Hi, Kat.
Yes. And Hugo?
Hi, I'm Hugo from the channel Scientist Reading World, and I'm the only one on the western coast, I think, of the world.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all on Eastern, right?
Yeah, we're on the East.
I'm Mel, and my channel is Tome Raider. Used to be Curly Top, but I had to change it because clearly I'm not a Curly Top anymore. Natalie?
So I'm Natalie from Pastel Writer, and yeah, we're here to discuss this book that I have very vague memories of now.
Yeah, I literally was enjoying the whole entire thing, and I was taking my time, and I finished it the day before yesterday, and I can't tell you much about it, but I liked it.
I read it all yesterday, and I was like, okay, since I'm hosting this, I should probably take notes on the characters at least.
Yeah, that's what I did. There were some good characters.
There were, but yes, okay. So this is July's pick, and if you're randomly here, River of Teeth is like it's like a historical fiction in the early 1900s where the US tried to like import hippos to the Mississippi River and try to like farm them and ranch them for meat. And this is like a futuristic, like what would have happened if that actually happened? And we follow a gang of hippo ranchers, kind of ish. Yes. But yeah, we'll start with non-spoilers. If anybody wants to give their ratings for the book.
Yeah, I think I gave it 3.5. I think I gave it 3.5 because I enjoyed it a lot while I was reading it. But again, as a novella memory, I don't know her, but
yeah,
but it was a good time while I was listening to it.
I gave it 4 stars for that reason. I'm like, I wish it was a little bit more than just like a novella. Like it could have been a full book and I would have had a better time with it, but it was still good for 4 stars.
Yeah, I probably will give between 3 and 4. I haven't sit on that because I feel like everything is interesting, but it's so fast that I didn't get to feel the characters, like when someone did die, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was came out of me.
It doesn't matter because it was very recent. It was not that impact that I kind of like, just a few pages. So I think the idea and the concept is very interesting, but if it was longer, it would be a very good book.
Kat just finished listening. I think most of us just finished reading.
I wish I had done that. I did not.
Oh no.
I was over there like looking for like cliff notes on it like before the live stream. I'm like, I gotta remember something.
But yeah, I think that I wish we had read like the American Hippo, which is both of them together.
Yes.
And that might have made it more memorable for us.
Yeah.
For the discussion.
But I don't know, what is the sequel about? It's like the aftermath of the events, or?
Well, I'm guessing in the sequel we would find out the for now unmentioned character that may or may not survive. So we would learn if they do in fact survive or not. And then I feel like there was another revelation by the end and I can't remember what it was. So probably something related to that.
Okay. Yeah. I think I read I skimmed through the first excerpt or whatever that they had at the end of the book. So I'll go into that during the spoilers.
Does anybody have like a favorite character? I absolutely love Hero. Like,
yeah,
my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I love them.
Archie.
Archie.
Oui, mon
Mine
ami.
was between Hero and Archie.
Yeah, Archie was a good one too.
Okay, who was Archie again?
It was the French woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
the one with the heavy like smokers.
Yeah.
I really liked
The
Archie.
one who likes to steal, but she's very charming.
Yeah, yeah, I really liked
Mhm.
Archie. Winslow and Archie are going to get revenge on Adelia.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Mhm. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Did anybody? My least favorite character was Cal. I did not like him.
Me neither.
No.
Was that the one that? It's a spoiler though. Not. I'm thinking of one spoiler that's less spoilery, but
Like Cal is like the one that Houndstooth knew from the past.
Yeah.
okay, yes,
Mhm.
yes, it's the character I'm thinking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, he was insufferable.
Yeah.
I like how she was like at first, wait, I don't know who this character is, and then it was like, oh, okay, I hate
No,
this.
I don't want it.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I don't think anybody liked him.
I would hope not.
But yeah, basically, I would say to keep it non-spoilery, I really liked the world and I really liked the concept. So I just wanted more. Like, I feel like I could
Mhm.
easily have followed this as traditional novels. Like,
Yeah.
if the author had made it to be, I don't know, duology, a trilogy, where we get more about
Yeah.
specific characters, I feel like that would have been awesome because I think there was enough there that
Mhm.
something could have been done. But I'm guessing that the story they were trying to tell, they
Yeah.
felt like it was best to tell it.
And I felt like I enjoyed it a lot more because I listened to it on audio because the narrator was phenomenal. Like as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, wait, I already feel like I'm in this. Like I'm loving this accent thing he's got going on, and it was just
He was very good making the accents.
yeah. I don't think I would have liked the book as much if I read it physically.
I didn't read the audiobook this time, so I'm kind of sad. Or
It's
listen
so
to the
good.
audiobook.
It's like you're like Kat said in the chat on Discord that it sounds like you're watching a nature documentary. That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I wish it was more about the hippos though. I feel like the hippos didn't get
Like
as
the
much
book.
page time as I would have liked.
No, I feel like generally I happily could have read about Winslow when he had his hippo farm, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, like
yeah,
it
breeding.
was taken out of the book, and I'm just like, I want more of that.
Yeah, because in the beginning he starts like, oh, this hippo is this and that. He has more stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's interesting. Tell me more.
Yeah.
For me, a hippo is just a hippo.
I was trying to imagine man eating hippos, like really like the pharaohs and whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
Did anybody have a favorite hippo?
Ruby. I know that's gonna be like a difficult thing, but I love her.
Yeah.
I think so too.
But I also feel like she was the one that got more, like she showed up more than the other hippos. So it's like kind of hard to have a different favorite hippo. The little
All right.
Wasn't there like a, I don't know, would this be a spoiler? It was like way in the beginning of the book, but wasn't there like a dog, somebody's dog got eaten?
Yeah, the dog.
It was like before the bar fight happened. It's like my dog, and it's like, well, your dog shouldn't have been around my hippo.
Your hippo with my
I remember this.
That had me crying. Oh,
I feel like the dog was named Petunia or something.
Yeah, I was cracking up. Oh, Ruby ate my Petunia.
My dear Petunia. Okay, do we want to go into spoilers?
Yeah, I feel like
we should.
Yeah, it's too short not to go into spoilers.
This book is really short. There's not much to say without spoiling. Go ahead.
Okay, so going back to Kat, yeah, the little boy that died like out of nowhere. was like, I was listening, then someone is in the mouth. I was like, what happened?
I was so sad. Well, like, I wasn't too attached to him, but I don't want him to die.
Yeah, he was like a
Exactly.
genuinely good kid. I was like, but why does he have to die? He didn't do anything.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, wait, what?
He
And it
was
was a little
just
bit-
so excited for the hippos. And I'm like, that's me right now. That's me getting killed.
And it was very brutal. Like you see him
Yeah.
in the fangs and being. I was like, yep,
Yeah,
brutal.
get eaten alive.
All right.
But you know the one I didn't feel bad about? Cal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
I was
About
like,
time.
yes, send him to the sparrows. I don't care.
I was worried that the author would do like, oh, he jumped in but survived kind of thing. But then we hear his screaming, and I was like, nope, he's done for.
Bye bye.
Good riddance.
He also like it was a hint. He was the one who lost the year, right? Like in
Mhm.
the beginning. So it was like it was less than a year, so less a body.
Petunia.
Maptonia.
Is that how he says it?
Yeah, he had like a really strong like country accent.
Sorry, boy, it's Maptonia.
Yeah, like literally, I was laughing throughout that whole entire bar scene.
I need to go back and listen to the audiobook.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like my husband was looking at me like, "Are you good?" Because I'm just sitting there cracking up with my headphones in my ears, just listening to this. I was like, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
But I still like if I saw them in real life, I know I would be the dumb one to still be like, I just want to pet you. Like I know you're supposed to be
my
special,
friend.
but I'm gonna risk it all. Oh my god.
And then Cal was also the baby daddy, right? Of like, is it Adelaide's kid or someone's kid? Someone was
Adelia.
pregnant.
Mhm. Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I mean, she was very much it's my kid. I don't care who
Yeah.
donated sperm.
It seemed very like telling that it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda
they never
obvious.
said it outright, but it seemed most likely it was him.
All the signs were there.
But no, I was more satisfied with Cal's death than with like Travers, the dude that like owned the whole
Yeah.
thing. I was like, he's bad, but Cal, he just got my nerves.
You just needed to go.
I feel like if we had gotten a novel where we saw Winslow with his farm, and so even though we had flashbacks because the author gave us the flashbacks, I feel like if we had been more established with Winslow, had more of that emotional connection to him and his farm and all his hippos, then finding out that Travers was actually the one responsible and getting that revenge might have been a little bit more satisfying.
Yeah. You put it in perfect words.
I mean, I'm so glad he died, but
yeah. I was hoping for that. I'm like, I thought she was gonna wait till like the next book or something.
Yeah, me too.
I really felt like he was gonna pull through or something. I'm like, they're gonna be like, oh, I survived, and I'm like, oh, here we go. I gotta hate this guy some more.
Always in the movies, it's the one that you hate the most that never dies, and you're
yeah,
like,
that's why I was like surprised. I'm like, wait, he's actually dead. Okay, I can get behind this.
yeah.
One of the like cutest and like saddest scenes at the same time was when Houndstooth was talking about how he found Ruby. When he said all the hippos died, and I was like, oh my god. I think I was more sad about them dying than anybody else. I was like, all those hippos.
It's not fair to them.
Maybe he'll come back. What?
with only like
I'll be so mad. Like, just die, bro. Like, I could see that happening though. Like, I could see like maybe the next book they'll be like, he wasn't dead after all. Like, he just lost an arm or something, and that's why he was screaming.
Yeah, his like face has an X on it, and then he lost 2 limbs.
No.
No. I looked at the first chapter or whatever it is, and it started with Hero and Adelia. So,
Ooh.
do people think she didn't kill him on purpose? It seemed like that's what people thought.
Yeah, like I feel like intentionally the author might have done that, like made it kind of so there was room for her not to have done it on purpose. I'm just like, I don't know.
I feel like that was hinted at pretty much when the narrator or some side character or whatever said that the wounds perfectly missed every single organ that could have been hit. I feel like then that's a pretty big suggestion that Adelaide was trying to make it seem like she was seriously trying to do the job while not actually trying to seriously do the job.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else was there? I hope in the next book we get more of Archie and the Marshall, because it seemed like there was some romance brewing over there.
I was like, oh, look at all this. Like, the book had like so much to offer, and I'm just like, why couldn't there be more?
Yes.
Like, I didn't think everything was gonna happen so fast because like you're already thrown into it like right off the get-go, and then it just keeps going and keeps going. So I'm just like, this needed to be a full book.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not.
Setting a trap for the gang, or was she always going to double cross Travers?
I feel like she must have some bigger thing in mind, but I don't know what
I feel like
is.
Yeah, because I feel like if the author is going to make this be like a series of novellas and stuff, that there has to be more coming, especially with the way the book ended. So I feel like there is potential that she might have something bigger up her sleeve. Not sure what it is, but I don't put nothing past her.
She seemed very smart and skilled to just listen to Travers and do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But Houndstooth and Hero, cute couple.
Yeah, I can see it.
Archie was hardcore shipping them together. I love this.
Archie was like, do not get in the way.
I will cut you if you do.
He was here for it.
She's like a Cupid, like, nope, that's how they go.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
He was the matchmaker.
Anything else? It was a really short book.
It really was. Like, if I would have known it was this short, then I probably would have been like, oh, maybe we should read
both of them.
Like at the same time, so we'd have more to talk about. Because, like, what do you guys think? Like, are you guys going to continue with the second one or no? I think I am.
I want to.
Like, I am invested.
If I don't forget.
Yeah,
that's true, because I start so many series and I always just finish the first book, maybe finish the second one, and then I don't continue. I haven't completed a series in like a year or two.
I'm terrible with series too. Even trilogies, I'll read one and I'll read two, and then the third one disappears out of the ether from my mind.
I'm very lucky if I can read the second book, because I'm always like, oh, I could come back to this, and so I'll read some books in between, and it happens mostly with like fantasy. I'll pick up another, like, I'll pick it up, and then I'm like, I don't know these people, like, well, I don't even know what's going on anymore, but then I don't want to reread the first book because some books are like 500 plus pages, and I'm just like, I don't want to look it up either. So I just don't pick them up. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll pick them up when I pick it up. Even though as more time passes, I'm going to forget more. But That's how my brain works.
My small trick is try to find spoiler reviews. Like, oh, this one has like an hour video with a spoiler review. Let's see some things.
But see, that's how my mind is. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna just look up spoilers, but then I'm like, oh no, that's cheating. You gotta read the book again. And it's like I'm making my own rules and competition in my head. Like, how do you cheat at reading?
You
But
read it, just
exactly. But I just can't make myself do it. 4-hour long audio. Oh yeah, that's something I could finish
not
like
bad at all.
in a day. Yeah.
With the same narrator.
Yes, I made sure to look that because I was like, look, it better be the same narrator. I'm not continuing this series if it's somebody else because I love him and I need to find more books that he narrates because I never thought of myself as like a Western fan, but after listening to him, I'm like, I could listen to Westerns if he's narrating.
I feel like I've tried one Western before in audiobook, and I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, just
I finished the book, but it was like, whatever. But this one, I really enjoyed the narrator, and I feel like in general, I kind of really, really liked the fact that it was like a Western, but also speculative. So it just interesting. Period.
Yeah, because I was hoping it had more like.
Yeah.
It was nothing like that. I was like, this is nice.
It was more like avoiding the jaws of hippos than anything. It was like Jurassic Park, but with hippos.
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
Wait, is it just 2 novellas, or how many are there?
I think there's only 2. I don't know. Let me see.
There's 2, and there's a small prequel that is like 20 pages. I think it's like a graphic novel.
Oh,
I gotta see how my hoopla has that.
I want to see this graphic novel.
Oh, cool. My hoopla does have the graphic novel. Yeah, it seems like it's 2.
Okay. I wish the library had the audiobook.
Yeah, okay. So Worth Her Weight in Gold, is that the one?
That's that's the prequel.
Okay.
And that, it's a graphic novel, and that seems to be it. I don't think there's anything after the second.
No, I think it's just the second.
Okay.
I wonder if they have. Yeah, the second was published in 2017, so it doesn't seem like she has any plans on releasing more in that world. But now I'm nervous because what are you gonna complete in another like 100-page novella?
Okay, let's see what the official summary is.
Let's kill everyone and then it's done.
Yeah.
Winslow. Okay, put together the damnedest crew of outlaws. Blah, we know that.
Yes.
Together they conspired to blow the dam. We know that as well. Blah, blah, blah. In the aftermath, here's the part. In the aftermath of the Harriet catastrophe, that crew has scattered to the winds. Some hunt the missing lovers they refuse to believe have died. Others band together to protect a precious infant and a peaceful future. All of them struggle with who they've become after a long life of theft, murder, deception, and general disinterest in the strictures of the law. So clearly, Adelaide or whatever is going to have the baby, and that's going to be part of it. And then naturally, Winslow is after Hero. And then I don't know what else it's going to do.
I don't know. I'm nervous now. Like, how are you gonna end this in a way that's gonna be satisfying?
Yeah, I feel like that the summary for the second one is like just vibes.
Yeah, like it's just a continuation. Like,
I hope we're satisfied.
I hope nothing happens to
Hero. None of the hippos die. What did you say, Mel?
I said I hope nothing happens to Hero.
Oh,
just leave them alone.
I think they'll be okay.
I think you end the book in such short time, it just everyone gets killed.
Yeah, that's why I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't know if I was so eager to start, and I'm like, wait, hold up.
Stop it, Hugo.
Equal revenge.
I'm the type of person, like, I'll watch like series, like, and then if I know it's not going my way, like a long time ago, I was watching like Dawson's Creek, and I always wanted Dawson and Joe to end up together, and they did. But then I spoiled myself by looking ahead, and like the descriptions were like, "Oh, they're gonna like break up." Or I'm like, "Okay, I'm not watching it anymore," and I'm still stuck on that episode. I refuse to continue. In my head, they're together forever, and that is the end.
Oh my god!
So I'm nervous about starting this because I'm just like, if something, oh man, I'm stressed. More hippo deaths.
No more hippos. No hippo deaths, please.
The only
Like
I
random-
only want murderous hippos. I don't want the hippos to die. I want
like the hippos
to be
can
murdered.
kill people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
All
can
the
deal with
hippos were so cute and had their own personality.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? Wasn't this like the whole premise of this book? It was a thing that almost actually happened. Like
Yes.
we almost actually were eating hippos. Yes. Well, I mean, I guess it would have been normal to us, but I can't imagine it.
That's what. Yeah.
Yes. Hippo killing.
Yes. But no, I think I skimmed through something about it, and I think they said the hippos apparently do taste good, especially like some flank part of it. And I was like, okay, guess they actually like experimented with the taste of hippos back then.
Like I will never know what they taste like because
Yeah.
I'm not trying it. But I mean, there's people that eat like deers and rabbits and say they taste good, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna try that, but I'm happy for you. Oh my gosh.
Is there anything else? I feel like there's nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be sweating bullets after the live, wondering if I should continue the second one.
Do it. Continue.
Oh my goodness.
Mal
There
is
was
now
hope for the
disturbed.
first book, but no
Something
hope.
happens to Hero, I'm stopping the audiobook right where it is, and that's it. I'm not continuing. I'm leaving it alone, and that is
Then
the
Mel comes to our chat like,
Don't read this book.
They don't end up together.
Oh my gosh, no. Although I can't imagine doing all that stuff with a baby though. Like
Yeah.
with a baby from killer hippos.
so it's on the bag. It's on the back, so you can
Yeah.
buy the hippos.
I feel like riding a hippo pregnant seems very difficult. And she doesn't use a saddle either. So
That baby
think-
coming out early.
I think you like a horse, but the good thing it has more.
Yes. That's all I need to know. That is the spoiler that I will accept. If you just tell me that Hero survives.
but what if they don't end up together? Will you still be happy?
I'm gonna still be upset, but like at least they're alive.
At least they're
But-
alive. Okay.
Like I just want them to be happy. Like that's it.
I'm the type that I'd rather they both die than they're both alive, but not together.
Oh my god. Natalie's like it's all or nothing.
Yes.
Oh,
For me, I don't like when it's halfsies, so only one of them dies. No.
Y'all better
Either
get
they
together or you're gonna die.
or they live and they're together. Those are the two options.
oh.
Oh my goodness. Well, then I hope for your sake, Natalie, that they also end up together.
Yeah, end up together.
No, seriously, with anything that I read or watch, the worst scenario for me is only one of them dies or they're not together in the end.
Exactly.
I'm like, what is this?
That's
Why
like
are
that's
you
how it was
hurting?
with me in Dawson's Creek.
Romeo.
Really said Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not seeing anything about he's dead, so I believe he will be alive.
I'm hoping so.
For the whole 100 pages. Imagine Hero, they
They
get killed.
die at like the last like 5
Yeah,
pages.
at the
I was
last
right.
page, Hero dies.
I didn't sat through the whole audiobook just for the ending. I didn't want.
Hero dies. The end. That's it, guys.
No.
They were so cool, especially with the poison tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing. They knew like everything.
They were just like, oh, I've been drinking it for a while, so I'm
I've been
liking my
Winslow
own
was
drink for a
smart.
bit.
Winslow was smart and was like, I'm not drinking that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
not
not
for
doing
me.
that.
Imagine that. Died from COVID.
No, I would hate that.
Oh, what kind of complications?
Like they got bit by like a hippo and then ended up. You thought they were gonna survive, but they ended up bleeding out or something. Got an infection.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
But I really hope that it ends like good and not that like the author was planning on continuing and then just never did, because I hate that type of stuff. That's why I've never started that. What's that famous fantasy author everybody's talking about? Rothfuss. That's why I never started his books, because they're like, oh, there's a book he's never written and we don't know if he's gonna write it. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. Because if I get invested, I'm gonna have to come to your house like, what's happening? For you, like, I hate when authors do that. Like, I understand their mental health and all that, but like after a certain point, it's like,
hello, please.
gonna finish it. Yes. Can someone continue your story if you're not gonna do it?
Mel's gonna go full stalker after.
I would. That's why I didn't even bother. I'm like, I'm not doing that, because everybody says that supposedly his books are so good, and I'm like, all right, if I get invested in these characters and you don't finish the book by the time I get to the book that's supposed to be out, we're gonna have problems.
Isn't something similar happening with like George R.R. Martin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another reason, them big behind books, and you're telling me people have read them countless times over and over again. You had a whole show out and you still didn't finish that last book.
Wait, is there only one more book that he needs to finish writing?
No, I think it's 3.
Yeah, and he's not getting any younger. Like,
and I feel like he's been writing other ones, like either prequels or that.
They said he's been writing other ones, and that he's been like starting other like shows and things surrounding Game of Thrones. And I'm just like, write the books, sir. Like,
yeah. The problem is, I think he has a conversation once with Stephen King. He's like, how can you write a book per year? And he's like, how can you not write a book per year? Like, it's your job.
I feel like if you have enough money like they do to like be able to live off of it, then you should have more like the time to actually do it. But honestly, the one person that
not a decade or two, like the last book was like in 2007.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
They need to get what's his face, that Brandon Sanderson on there or something, because that man is on crack or something. Because the way he's always cranking out a book, I'm like, yo, slow down. Can I get a minute? Like, Jesus, and they're big as hell. I'm like, how are you writing all this?
I saw the live he did, like, oh, I write 7 books in 1 year in the pandemic. I was like,
yeah. I'm like, sir, damn, he makes me feel unaccomplished.
Give us some of that energy.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's cranking them out like hotcakes, and everybody seems to like him. Although I've been struggling with the popular one, that The Way of Kings. I started that in August last year. I'm still reading that. I don't know. I lost the momentum. I'm close to finishing. I'm like 200 pages away, and I'm just like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh no, sorry. The last book George R. Martin wrote was in 2011. So it
slightly
was.
better.
Was it
No. See the time: 1996, 1998, 2000, 2005, 2011.
Wow. Somewhere down the line, he was like, all right, I'm giving up on this.
Yeah.
But I just get annoyed because
curve.
They won't say it. That's the thing that gets on my nerves, is that they won't just admit, like, look, you know what, writing's not for me anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm not ever going to put this book out. They just keep saying they're going to, or working on it. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, how long is this going to be? You've been working on it for 10 years.
He has 2 more books coming out so far.
Supposedly.
Oh.
Winter and A Dream of Spring.
I have no faith.
Hopefully they come out.
Yeah, 'cause I was going to start Game of Thrones, but then I saw how big those books were, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna be so pissed if I make myself go through these and then I still, at the end of all that, don't have a new book out.
No,
it's too much.
I'm not reading that. If you finish it or not, it doesn't matter.
I keep telling myself I'll read the books before I start the TV show. And I'm like, but the books
Yeah.
are so big.
I haven't started either one because I'm like, I want to read the books first. And I'm like, you're not going to read the books unless he releases them. So I guess you're never watching the show.
No, I watched the show. I didn't watch the last season. Like, I heard everyone hated
Right.
it. So I was like, well,
Yeah.
then I don't need to see it.
It was so good. People loved
I'm
it.
like, I don't need closure. I wasn't that invested.
So for people that have watched the show or whatever, read the books, I don't know which one it's in, but someone told me that there's like incest or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Why does that need to be in there?
Like
It's
one of
brother
the
and
main
sister.
plotlines of the first season.
Oh God.
I can't deal with that. I'm like, you give me too many people, it's too much. No.
I would say that, but then again, I'm in the middle of reading that Steven Erickson series with Malazan.
The Malazan series.
Yeah, at first I was getting like annoyed because I'm like, who are these people and what is going on in this world? But then when I just like let it go and I'm just like, I'm gonna read it just to read it, it's actually pretty good so far. I'm only on the second one, but I think all he's still continuing, I think, in the world, if I'm not mistaken. There's like series and then side series, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm reading all that. I'll read the main like the main 10. I don't know if I'm reading all the side series because then that's too much.
Oh,
But now we went on a tangent.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing else to talk about with the novella, so we're just like, we'll start the conversation with something else.
Something else.
We can start debating the next picks we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so have any of us started the August one?
Which is
Love
this one.
Hypothesis?
Yes, and I hate it. Oh God.
Wait, you hate it, Mel?
Olive keeps talking about how he's so tall and he's so big and he's like Mount Everest and his hands are huge or like oven mitts. Like, bitch, shut up. And then they're so cringy as a couple. I swear to God. They're supposed to be in college, but they're like, everybody's looking at us and gossiping about us being in a relationship. Shut the fuck. Who cares? You're there for your like whatever the fuck projects you're working on. And I'm just so over it.
I can't.
This
And then it
sounds
was
like it will be a cross between the Spanish Love Deception and In My Dreams I Hold a Knife.
listen, if this is like a cross with I'm never touching the Spanish Love Deception. And I can't do this.
No, don't.
So,
Don't even
like,
try.
There's like a
When
coffee scene. They're like in Starbucks, and she like licks whipped cream off the end of her straw, and the guy's like, "I have to look away." I'm like, "Grow up! Like, what are you in middle school?" Like, she licked whipped cream off her straw. Ooh, I can't. I don't want them to sleep together because it's gonna be so cringy to me. I am dreading that scene.
when you said like she's always telling how tall he is, it gives like instant Spanish Love Deception because it was the only
all she talks about. That's like the only character trait she knows about this man is his height and how big he is. Like nothing else.
The other one was how high and how blue his eyes.
Yeah, everything in the Spanish Love Deception is how blue his eyes are, how tall he is also. It's a big thing. And there's literally a scene where he breaks a bed because he's so big.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like Twilight. Like what? I can't. I'm literally just trying to finish it. Like I started it super early, like in the middle of this month, because I knew it was gonna take me forever to get through this book. Because I just every time I pick it up, I'm just like, oh my God, here we go again. And I read like a chapter, and I'm like, well, that's it, I'm done. Because I can't make myself read anymore. Like the whole reasoning for their fake dating is stupid. Like just tell your friend, look, it's okay to date the other guy, and if you don't want to date him, that's your problem. Like, why are you?
Yeah, I'm finishing one that I know I will love, and then I go for that one because I need to take notes of everything.
Which one?
I'm reading Mad Honey. That is an arc from Jodi Picoult. So
I haven't read it.
With my queen, and then this one,
and then this one,
and then we go for that.
Yes, it was a Raylo fan.
I've never watched Star Wars, so I have no freaking idea what the hell.
Oh yeah, I was like, what is Raylo?
Yeah, like everybody can say that.
I tried to separate it because I can't.
But everybody seems to hate
pairing.
So That's how I feel about them. So like, I guess I made a good call not watching Star
I
Wars.
don't understand why people do fanfic of a sci-fi series in a contemporary romance setting.
Yeah, because most of your audience might not even know.
I write fanfics, so I get it, but this pairing.
Would you put Raylo in a faculty and being like teachers?
I mean, I guess that's what makes it easier to publish because it's so far outside of its original context that it makes it easier to traditionally publish versus if they were actually in space still. It would be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, there's more of an audience for that than just like space settings.
He had no personality.
That's how I feel about this Adam guy. So maybe she did do something right because I don't know nothing about this man. Just that he's tall and apparently smart and he's an asshole for some odd reason.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Like all in the movies, he's just an ass. And yeah, that's for me, in the movies, there's the scene where he straight up tortures her, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, but see that I guess I could understand because that's showcasing why he's an asshole. But in this, like in the Love Hypothesis, they keep saying Adam's an asshole, and I'm like, but what did he do? Like
maybe he has daddy issues. I think the reason he has daddy issues at the end, it's always daddy issues.
Apparently, I mean, you're not wrong.
Saw that with Mint.
Oh my gosh! No, we're never talking about that book again.
I'm gonna read. That's what I should do. I should finish the Love Hypothesis, and then read the Spanish Love Deception, and then rank all three, and see which one I hated the most. Because
listen, Mel, you just need to read some Talia Hibbert, and that's it.
That's what I need to do. Because honestly, like every time I read a romance, and I'm not trying to be racist, but every time I read a romance by a white person, I don't like it. But if I read like from a black author or something, I'm like, okay, this is more enjoyable. I can see why people like this.
Yeah, no, and Talia Hibbert is a black author, so like, I feel very strongly that you can't go wrong. But
yeah, I've heard
with a bunch of other ones,
Daddy Issues was the story.
Yes,
that's true.
The major theme of Star Wars is actually daddy issues.
Yes. Even this week, I sent Natalie a print of a thumbnail saying that In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife was the best thriller of the year. For that.
What? I would never trust a recommendation from that person in my life.
I don't know who she is until someone retweeted and appeared on my feed. And I listened and she's Portuguese. I'm like,
They had to be the only thriller she read that year. There's no way. There's no way you're telling me you read a whole bunch of thrillers and that's what you picked as your
Maybe we're missing something, guys.
I don't know. Maybe we're missing the gene. We're missing the gene everyone else has that codes
I'm gonna give the excuse people gave. We are dumb for that book because it's too smart for us.
Probably because I couldn't get behind none of it. Yeah, but Sweet Hands I liked. What's the next? The Don't Go Baking My Heart. I think I might like that one a little bit better because I like that friend.
Okay. I have the book for we are in August. I have the book for September.
Okay. What are we reading?
Can I want to hear some drum rolls, please. Mel, accept The Kind Worth Killing.
I figured it was gonna be that one.
Yeah, I saw it winning and I was like, oh, I'm a little nervous because I read, what was the other book I read by this author? Oh, I forgot. The one where like she went and she cheated on her husband or something, and then
that one is garbage.
I hated that one.
Very good.
Okay, that gave me a bad taste. I was like, it wasn't as bad as In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, but it was not
bad. That one is a very predictable thriller, you know.
Yeah, that's the issue I had with it. It was like
from the beginning, I read and I was like, "This is gonna happen," and it was very predictable. But this one is amazing.
Okay, I trust you, Hugo.
This will be like a kind of the Good Place, middle section.
Okay.
In the middle, you will have the Good Place twist.
Okay.
Wait, does
I am
anybody know the synopsis of this?
Yes.
I was actually gonna say that
don't
I
either.
feel like I watched a spoiler review at some point of this, so I feel like I vaguely know what the twists are.
Yeah, like I've seen people talk about it, but like I don't remember the synopsis at all.
So I know the synopsis. I already read it, so I know.
Dang, we're picking all the books Hugo's read.
Hugo's read like every book we read.
Exactly.
No, it was just this one. It was the only
And the
one.
love hypothesis.
No, I haven't read it. I bought it
Oh, I thought
before.
you read it
Oh, I
before.
thought you read it.
Yeah, I could have sworn you were saying like the science sucked and all that stuff.
I heard the science suck. I want to see by
Well, they're not talking much about science yet. I'll tell you that much. It's just atom this and atom that.
The science is the height difference between them.
myself.
Basically.
But
That's genetic, bitch.
wait, so did you like this one,
Really?
Hugo?
I gave it 5 stars. It's very
Oh.
good.
Oh,
All right, and I have
okay.
high hopes for it now.
That's promising.
So yeah, the kind word killing is about Ted, who London, and he meets this stranger on the plane named Lily. And they promise on the train trip to always tell the truth and everything they talk about. And Ted says that his wife is cheating on him. So she says she's a kind word killing. And that goes from here.
Ooh, interesting.
But there's a lot of things in this book.
I'm excited.
Okay.
Is it like one of those thrillers where there's like more than one plot twist?
Yep.
Yes, I love those.
Okay.
The
I
middle
trust
one,
Hugo's taste. So
the middle
Yeah, like
one
I
is
trust
bad,
it.
but then you get plot twists till the end.
That works for me. I like that.
okay.
Then it's like you think you got everything figured out, and it's like, psych, bitch. I'm excited for it. I was a little cautious because I'm like, ooh, I didn't like the other one, but
Yeah, no, the every value break is not good thriller. I listened it and I was like, yeah, it's good for if you're not into thrillers, but
yeah.
I would say like no. 9 Lives is good. 8 Perfect Mothers is my favorite from him. So
Yeah, it was somebody that I was watching that was like, oh my god, this is so good. So I was like, all right. I've never tried a Peter Swanson, so why not start with that one? And no.
this one is one of the best. 9 Elms is also very good. I'm sad that one didn't won. It's about a cannibal.
Okay, we just read that when it's done.
It's a 5-star. I loved it.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
It's about a cannibal, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. I felt like I picked it up at the airport and just sat down and read it. It was just so like,
yeah.
And I only continued because I was like, this cannot pan out the way I think it's gonna pan out. There has to be some plot twist or something. The author's purposely making it seem like it's going in this direction, and nope, that's literally his whole plan.
No, but 9 Elms is he's about a cannibal that she arrested, but she was eaten by him.
What? Oh my god! Why didn't that? I want that one.
We need to put it back into the mix
Yes.
next time. Next cycle.
We need to go with Elm instead, guys.
Just for
The
Mel.
core team like cannibals and serial killers.
Yes. I love that type of
That sounds
stuff in
good.
thrillers. Like, give me an evil villain that just does things out of the ordinary. Works for me.
So, I don't know. Let me see. When should we reveal the team for October? Yep, it's today that we have to release.
Oh.
Okay. Oh wait.
See? Exactly. Let's just pretend every kind worth killing was actually Elm.
It was for a lot still.
Okay. Fine.
In the Discord was like 3-3, but in the Twitter he has a lot of votes.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna win because it's Peter Swanson.
But
I was
we'll
really
say-
surprised at how close Corset got because I didn't know anything about Corset. I came across it by accident and like scrolling through Goodreads, and I was like, wow, this sounds good. So that's why I added it. But I didn't think anybody was really gonna vote for it because it doesn't have a lot of reviews on Goodreads, I don't think.
I save it on Goodreads for later.
Yeah.
Let me just see what is the theme for next month.
Yes.
If I have here the thumbnail. Oh no. Okay, book 2, book club.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't have it here.
I'm planning on reading. Gonna still read Elm, and I'm gonna read The Corset. So it's probably just gonna be a thriller-filled month for me. But I'm gonna take notes on the Conworth killing before I get mixed up, and I'm like telling you guys the freaking spoilers for it. You guys are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
And then you're like, "Oh, sorry, guys." Okay.
So the October theme is fantasy,
Okay.
and the title is Destiny Waits for No One, and is about
It's about how useless your co-hosts are.
Yes, I literally feel like we do absolutely nothing but just wait on Hugo.
Honestly, Hugo is the creative mind behind everything.
This club would not exist. This Hugo, we probably would be done like the first month.
this was not my suggestion, so this was not my suggestion. So, but yeah,
I'm
so
guessing we're just looking for fantasy with like that's like very adventurous and whatever.
Wait, what was the
Going
theme?
on a journey or
Destiny
something.
Waits for No One?
Yeah.
I think
But
we want something like the
It kind
chosen.
of, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It kind of sounds like a chosen one type thing.
Yeah, adventure, chosen one, blah blah blah. If it is like a standalone, better. We don't want
Yeah.
to.
But don't let it be like a huge ass standalone. Like if y'all put like Priory of the Orange Tree or something on there, I'm gonna be like, look, we're not finishing that in a month.
Give us like 5.
That's no longer a standalone. There's a prequel coming out.
Yeah, I plan on rereading it because the prequel comes out in what, February?
I think it's
February because I plan on rereading the Pride of the Orange Tree in January. It was so gay. Like I love it so much.
I started the audiobook and I did a soft DNF.
No, I did physically because I could not. I was like, I'm not listening to this on audio. I'll be here forever. So I'm not gonna remember anything. And I'm
how
gonna be
many
so
hours is the audiobook for that?
I think I'm not too sure. I think it's like a little bit more than 24 hours if I'm not mistaken. I just was like, I'm not doing that. So
yeah, 28th of February.
Even though one of my favorite characters got like killed off pretty early, I was like, I'm devastated.
Is that one from the Sorcery of Thorns? Because I have that book.
No.
No? Okay.
Wait, this one. Okay, this year. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Sorcery of Thorns is one that I want to read but haven't.
Yeah. I really like, I haven't read her most recent. I think it's like Severance, something along those lines is the name of her most recent. I haven't read that one.
I haven't read any of them. Like, I feel like I'm going to really like them, but for some reason, I just never pick them up. Because I love a good, like, standalone fantasy because I'm not really good with series. Even though I like starting them, but I just, it's hard for me to continue.
I can't start another series.
I'm in the middle of so many. I was doing, like, a spreadsheet, like, on my Notion of all the series I'm in the middle of, and it's, like, 27 or something like that. And, like, I gotta stop. And I've only read, like, the first book of all of them. So I'm just like, damn, you read 27 books and they were all the first ones in the series.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I have the Poppy War started. I have Sight started.
Me too, Hugo. I had those two started too.
The Poppy War disappointed me. It was the first book was amazing. It was 5 stars for me. Then the second one was like 3.5 to 4. And then the last one was 3 stars. There was so much potential for R.F. Kuang to go further than what she did. And then she did it. And I was just like, okay. It wasn't. The ending I liked. I liked what happened at the end to a certain character. I'm not going to say anything because spoilers. But I just didn't like the rest of it. But I am excited for, what is it, Babel?
Yeah.
That one I'm excited.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings because it's Dark Academia.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's like, I don't know.
That's actually why I'm really excited. I'm like, it has a nerd ass title.
I've never read a fantasy
I want it.
like Dark
And
Academia that I liked. That's
I read Atlas 6 and it was just so sad.
I'm not touching that. Too many people on TikTok and stuff are saying it's good, and I'm like, I ain't touching nothing. Y'all tell me it's good because y'all keep telling me these books are good, and I try them and they suck.
Yeah,
I really love the beginning. The beginning of the Atlas 6 is so captivating. I was like, I love this. And then it's just philosophy.
I feel like it's popular because everybody's like, oh, the characters are so hot. And I'm like, I need a little bit more than that, though. I need more than just sexy characters on the page. What are they doing? What's going on? Like,
they're not even hot. They are just using glamours to make them hot.
So they're cheating.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could use a glamour. Like, man, no. I'm good off of it. I'm not reading that. Although, was Alone in the Ether, is that like the sequel or is that a whole different book that she wrote?
I don't think I've heard.
I don't know if it's out yet, but everybody that shares it shares like this really bland white cover of it. And I'm just like, is that like supposed to be the final cover or some shit? Because it's ugly.
I think the white cover is
I think that's a different one. Yeah. And everyone's like obsessed with like the very simplistic cover. And I'm like, it's boring as hell.
That's the actual original cover. That's not like an art cover.
And no, I think she self-published or published some other way, and it's getting republished with a bigger publisher now. So it will probably get a new cover.
Yeah, because that cover, I'm sorry. I'm just like, what is this? Like the first time I saw it on somebody's like page, I literally thought that they probably knew the author in person and she gave them like her manuscript or some crap. Like, you know how they give them the first, that's what I thought it was. I'm like, damn, she's close with this author. But then I saw other people have it. I'm like, this can't be the cover. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about one that is white, has like golden waves?
No, it doesn't have any waves. It's like just like lines. Like,
no, it's literally super boring. I don't even think I can show it properly from my phone. See,
that's literally what it looks like.
And it has a rainbow right now because of the way I'm filming. Not
there's no color on there.
And
I was just like, and it confused me because even her self-published cover for the Atlas 6 looked good. So I'm just like, how the heck did you go from something that looks like that to just this bland, like no effort, just like screw it. It is what it is. But I don't know what Alone in the Ether is about, but
I don't know. I'm now sad with Dark Academia. I don't like the philosophy behind it. Like, I don't want my fantasy to have philosophy. Or my philosophy to be fantasy. I want my fantasy to have philosophy.
Yeah, I don't really like Dark Academia books in general because I just feel like it's all the same thing. Like, why is it that in Dark Academia they only study Greek every single time? Like, there's nothing else, just Greek all damn day. Like, and then they're so special for that. We're so cool and we're mysterious.
I feel like too many of them, there's like not actually enough academia. I'm like, y'all are doing too much other shit. I'm like, I want the academia.
Yeah, and then it's like,
where's the nerd shit?
The only Dark Academia thing is about it is like, oh, the way they dress and they always have a book in their hands. Wow. That's amazing. Cracked open a book. Good for you.
I think for me, it's like those, like when they start talking about, and if we die now, what have we accomplished? And what they are doing with our life? Bitch, please.
Exactly.
Move on.
It don't make no sense. Like, I'm trying to get through the Secret History by Donna Tartt, and I'm just like,
I put me on
I feel like she has nice writing. Like, I love her writing style, but God, is it boring? Like, I don't like. It's supposed to have like a murder involved, and nothing's happening. I'm just like, I can't.
A murder that you know who dies from the first.
Exactly. I'm like, what? That's it. That's like, I haven't even finished it yet. I'm like in the middle of it. And I was like, I can't do this. It was supposed to be like a vlog, but I scrapped that because I was like, look, y'all just gonna be as bored as I am because I have nothing to say about it.
Books I have the same books, and the ones I have read, I have hated. Yeah,
I've tried
literally, the only recommendations I trust are like the monster romances because they're all unhinged anyway. So it's like they know what they're saying, they know what they're talking about. But yes, That's why it's gonna fail us.
For me, it's
That's why it's gonna fail us.
I've actually like the horror. Like it's hard to get on that side of book talk. It's very like niche. You have to like go looking for it. But the horror side of book talk, those books that I've tried, I've liked. So I'm just like, all right, like, but everything else, I feel like it's because they don't really accurately say what the book is about. It's always just fangirling over the freaking characters, and it's like I need more than just the characters. Like, what's happening? And none of the characters are good, anyways.
For me that's the thing. Like, I read for characters, but most of the time the ones they're hyping up are not even well written characters.
Yeah, they're just like one dimensional, and I'm just like everybody's like with the love hypothesis, Adam is so hot and such a deep person inside. I'm like, I just know his height. I don't know nothing else. I don't know nothing about this man except that he's tall and he has dark hair, and I think he's like, what is it, from Sweden or the Netherlands or some I don't know. His mom was like, I don't know, but I don't know nothing about him.
It's hard to escape.
Romance book talk just comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, I ain't even looked this up, but okay. I try to stay on the fantasy side, but even fantasy, it's like fantasy romance, and I'm like,
maybe you just need to start typing, like, in the search, just start putting I hate romance books.
Don't show me no more.
I hate romance, and eventually
I found better romance recommendations when I go on BookTube than I do on Book Talk, because it's like there's so many different ones you can search for versus with Book Talk just showing the same ones over and over again that everybody apparently loves. Like the Colleen Hoover. No, these people are unhinged. I cannot. I tried reading, what was it? Was it Ugly Love? That guy was psychotic. Why was everybody rooting for him? I'm like, what? Am I reading the same guy? Like, I didn't even finish the book. I had to DNF because I'm like, the fact that these two end up together, no, absolutely.
For me, the issue is that, like, I can do dark romance, but when the fans are unhinged and try to talk about the relationship, like, it's like,
and they're like, it's such a good thing, and I need a man like that. I'm like, what? You need to go get therapy. That's what you need to do. Because there's no way. That man was pissing me off. I DNF'd it, and I don't plan on reading. The only Colleen Hoover book I read before I got on BookTube was Verity, and that one was okay. It was like a thriller type, but I don't think I'll ever touch her romances.
No, I basically watch enough TikTok that basically all of the actual haters, like everyone hating on Colleen Hoover, hating on Jennifer L. Armentrout that Kat also mentioned, hating on Sarah J. Maas. I'm like, I only see the haters because I don't engage with the ones who love.
Although with Jennifer, I feel a little bad for her because I feel like some people piled up on her unfairly with, like, I mean, I've never read any of her books, but apparently one of the books, there's like a threesome. And people were just like, why would you add that in there? And I'm like, it's her book.
Yeah.
And then she has like I read something about, like, she has like a disorder. She has like a disability or something where her eyesight is literally fading. Like, pretty soon she's not going to be able to write any more books. So she was talking about how, like, she's been releasing books quickly because she knows she's not going to be able to do this for long. And people were complaining about, like, why are you releasing so many at once? They're not even good. And I'm like, give her a little grace. Like, she's going through a lot right now. Just don't read the book if you don't like it. But oh my God, for, what was it, the Gilded Crown or whatever the case that was? So many people on Goodreads were being so nasty. Like, it wasn't even just them criticizing the things they didn't like in the book. Like, they were calling her stupid and everything. And I'm just like, yo, you guys, you need help. You need some serious fucking help, because that's
I read some of the reviews when I started hearing about it, and I was like, what is wrong with you?
Why are you attacking the author personally like that? Like, if you didn't like the book, you didn't like the book. You can say that, but to be calling her stupid and everything is just like, you're doing too much. And it's always the ones that have, like, they don't have their profile picture. It's like an influencer or some crap that they're using. I'm like, okay, y'all need to calm down, because I know you guys are like teenagers, but yeah, I really need to grow up because it's disgusting. I mean, I won't read any of her books because they're just not my thing, but I'm not going to attack an author thinking that they're dumb and everything. I'll say the book was dumb. But they were so mean to her. Poor thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
we still have to read the other books.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. And Hugo and I still
Yeah.
have to read
Are you
more.
reading
I just
another
read the
book?
romance.
I mean,
and read the
I was
thriller.
just like, I don't want to pick up another book by her because, like, that's just how bad it was for me. I mean, I wish her all the best, good luck, success, but for me, nah, I'm good.
Natalie will try the romance. I will try the thriller, and then we compare. If she,
You're
which
so
which
brave to try another thriller by her.
Yes. Come back and report to us.
When does the thriller come out? Like in September, is it? I can't remember.
How is it her name in my dreams?
I don't remember her
I
name.
don't remember
I
her.
know that, yeah.
It's something like that. So, Fool Me Once and The Last Housewife. Fool Me Once was released in April. This one is released in 3 days.
Oh,
wow.
3 days. Okay.
All right, Hugo. If you say you like it, I'll probably give her another chance. I'm not buying the book, but I'll give her another chance.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't. Because
Let
it
me-
was just
Let me see if I trust this.
look at the good reasons.
Yeah, what are you
If they're
looking at?
negative,
Hugo?
you might like it.
Let me see. Natalie 1, Cat 1. No, she hasn't read this one. Oh, she has. Okay, I'm not trusting this.
You read
What?
it?
Because there's like a booktuber that is like Heather. She's like blonde. I don't know. I don't know her name. But she gave 5 stars to the In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and then
Oh.
she gave 4 to the other one. So
Not looking good for us, folks. What about the romance?
The
Sam
romance has a 3.63 average.
Oh, we might like it.
Only 2 people I follow have read it. And one of them I trust, one of them I don't trust, but they both gave it 5 stars. So
You got a 50% chance of liking it.
yeah.
Oh wow. I don't know. I mean, maybe she writes better romance because that's what it looked like she wanted to do with In My Dreams Hold a Knife.
Exactly.
It should have just been a romance because I still can't get over that riding into the sunset.
No, that was truly disturbing.
I was just like, what am I reading at this point?
I forgot about the riding into the sunset.
No, I could never forget.
she forgot the explosion. There should be an explosion on the motorcycle.
It's just
She forgot that. On editing.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Shall
we
we
should end
call
this,
it a
especially
day?
since half the time we weren't even talking.
Yeah, we were even talking about
We talk about the book, then we announce this month's book, we announce next month's book, and we announce next month's team. Was it very important?
we were productive. It's all that matters.
I'm a little scared for next month's live show.
Oh my gosh.
It might be another therapy session, like
Yeah, it might
in
be
My Dreams I Hold a Knife. It might be another one like
I'm
that.
like halfway through the book now, so I think it's gonna be a no soup for me type situation because ain't nothing happening. It's like a 2-star for me right now. So,
So back to that.
yes, we always have so much more to say when it's our hands.
Like-
Man. Like a part of me knew I wasn't gonna like it, but I was like, I'm gonna give it a fair shot because you never know.
From the books we have read so far, is this River of Thief the best or not?
Is what River of Teeth the best?
Yeah.
Let me see.
You don't
I mean,
remember them.
I like Sweet Hand, and I liked the In Space Between Us. Is that what it was called with the
Darkness
boy?
For me, it would be The Darkness Outside Us is number 1, and then River of Teeth, and
Yeah,
then Sweet Hand, and then
You left that
In
one.
My Dreams I Hold a Knife at the very bottom.
Yeah, I think I
never-
would do The
Sweet
Darkness Outside Us, and then Sweet Hand, and then River of Teeth, and then.
Is it bad that I don't remember what the darkness outside of was about?
It was the 2 boys that
In
were in like
space.
space. And they had to keep doing
Ah.
those things over and over again.
I think
was a
for
nice
me
one.
it'll be River of Teeth, The Darkness Outside of Sweet Hand, and then in my dreams.
Like in my dreams, I hold a knife. Shouldn't even be on the.
Yeah, I
That's
think
not
it's
my
inevitable. The worst.
River Tea. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I really liked River of Teeth just for like the enjoyability, fun.
Yeah,
fact.
I would have liked it a lot more if it was a full book. Like then it would be
Yeah.
number one for me.
That was
But just
fun.
because of that, I was like, all right, it's not number one, but it was close.
There.
No, I think I would still have it as 2, but it would be a stronger.
Natalie for The Gaze in Space. She was like,
Yeah,
"Nope,
I'm a ride or die. So
yeah, my hobbies. Nobody touch my hobbies. Like, they need to be safe. I will protect them."
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So
Let's
let's end this
call
bad
it-
boy.
Call it a show. Let's end this before we go on another rant.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you guys
Well,
for coming and stopping by.
we'll be reading The Love Hypothesis and
Yeah.
hope to see you there. And yeah. Thanks everyone for coming.
Bye.
Bye.